What's up, guys? It's Colby with Brazoria County Fleet Maintenance. So I'm doing a video today. I had a couple people in a Facebook group I'm in ask about if TOPDON, my scanner that I use, works as good as like day before and all that. So I was like, man, let's do a video on showing the kind of what's in the box, I guess, and what it looks like when you plug into a truck, what kind of actuation you can do, what kind of, all that stuff. So, so we're going to start with the quick unboxing. Just a disclaimer, I do not have any of the automobile stuff. So all the Ford and all that trailer accessories, all that stuff is in a box at my house. We don't use it at my job, so I only have what I need. But anyways, so comes in this nice little hard case, which I'm actually impressed. This case is pretty nice. Usually you get cases and they're on the cheaper end, but a decent little case. All right, so this is what it looks like when you first open it. Of course, these straps are closed, but anyways, so you got your scanner, the actual communication box, and then here you have all different types of plugs for different like OBD2 connections, or if they're kind of special weird ones. So, and then this one's the one that when you open it, there's a bunch of bags in here. But all I have now is I have a 9-pin adapter for heavy trucks. I have a Cat 11-pin, and then I have like the Mac 9-pin as well, the OBD2 style. So it's pretty simple. There's not a whole lot to it, but so like right now we'll go do the truck. So get the 9-pin, get the scanner, get the communicator, and I will do a toolbox tour eventually. You got to clean it up. She's a little dusty, as you can see down there, especially. We work in a very dusty shop, and we don't have any doors, at least that close. So, but yeah, we're gonna go hook into it's a Packard MX-13. We're gonna go hook into it real fast. I'll kind of show y'all the process to it. And thankfully, I accidentally left my scanner on, so I haven't used this scanner since probably 5 days now, and it's on 6%. So don't get me wrong, it's almost out of battery, but it's not, which is pretty impressive. One of the things I am impressed with this scanner is its battery life. It takes quite a while to charge. I think mine takes about 5 to 6 hours for full charge, but it will last several days, which is pretty cool. Yeah, let's go, especially since now the battery's low, we'll go hook into it. Come down here and we'll maybe find the correct way to put this. The only bad thing is now that I shaved down the pin, it's kind of harder to line stuff up. But all right, so all right, so when you hook in, it's gonna say TOPDON. It's gonna show the white screen for a second here. And it says ready for diagnostics. Hopefully y'all can see that, maybe. Anyway, it says ready for diagnostics. So just drop that. All right, this is what you're gonna see when you first get in. All right, so we're gonna go. I'm gonna try to do this kind of with y'all here. HD. All right, comes with. Oh, that's just the front page. That's the brand. So you're gonna go to truck. All right, these are all the HD trucks here. So you got quite a bit of options. And then you can see you can go into bus and machinery to the side here. They got little like sub-articles, subcategories. That's what I'm thinking of. Anyways, so you're going to go down. You're going to find Kenworth. You're going to click on it. It's going to tell you kind of the updates, what's going on with it, kind of what you can do with it. You're going to load it. It's going to take a second here. You're going to hear your MCDI. I call it a communicator box. Anyways, your box is going to beep, just telling you pretty much it's connected. It's good to go. You got automatic search, manual, and then HD OBD. Do automatic. It'll load up. And then this, so I have noticed that as you don't update stuff, of course, it's going to get a tad slower as far as the normal usage of it. But when I bought the scanner, you buy it, that and the HD software. It's like $500 add-on, I believe, and then $500 a year. But when you first buy it, it comes with 2 free years. So you get 2 years of the scanner and the software for free with the purchase all at once, of course. So yeah, for 2 years and you get as much capability as this is letting you, then yeah, I'll take it. But anyways, so this is what it's going to look like after. You're going to have your engine, your transmission, body controller, brakes, cab controller, DPF controller, and onboard data logger. So if you're going to do like, okay, so something popular, regions, we're going to go to DPF controller, and then you're going to let it load again. I haven't updated this in probably 2 months, so everything's a little slower, but as you can see, it's still pretty fast. Going to go to emission after treatment. Sorry, I don't know whose truck this is. And this is kind of what takes longer, but anyways, I'm going to start the truck up. Then close the door so it's quiet. Anyways, so it's going to tell you the software number, calibration, all that good stuff. So we can go past that. All right, so this is where we can go in and actually start diagnosing stuff. So, of course, if you have a code, which it doesn't look like this one does, but we'll see anyway. Sometimes the codes won't pop on the screen, on the actual truck screens. So we're going to go in. All right, so yeah, so it's going to show you all these inactive codes, right? Oh, that's it. All right. But what you can do too is, so like BPV out of calibration, you can go to data stream and it'll take you straight to the sensors, like voltage output, pressure if it's a pressure sensor, temp if it's like an oil temp sensor or anything like that. You can go to clear. You can clear the codes real fast. It's going to tell you it's finished finish clearing them. You're going to go to data stream, and then you have a lot. So we're going to go like simple stuff here. We'll go with soot level. We'll go with depth quality and the air shut-off valve. Just random stuff. So it's going to list it out. I'm trying to get this glare. I'm sorry, y'all. But it's going to list it like this, and it's going to have all your numbers here. So you'll be able to sit there and actually read all your numbers. And then what you can also do as well is you can graph everything, and then it's going to show you real-time data about graphing what it's doing, you know, everything like that. You can go to record. Where's it at? Record. When you record it, it actually lets you open like kind of like a file. It's pretty cool. This is like a computer if you think about it. It's not. It's kind of like a laptop. It's not more like a handheld scanner like some of them are now. It's more of a laptop than it is. Turn on the air because it's hot. But it's more of a laptop than anything, just because it's got like Google Chrome, all that stuff you can get on. I love going on Mitchell 1 off of this, so I can read a code and take it straight to Mitchell, and it'll tell you, and it'll give you the diagnostic steps if you're unfamiliar with what it is. But you can go to actuation. This is probably the best part about this, and I have used like jaw test computer, and there's not a test on jaw test that you can't do on this, and it's a hell of a lot cheaper. So in my eyes, it's worth it. But you got regeneration, you can actuate different stuff. I'll let y'all kind of sit there and look at that for just a second. Sorry, it's a little shaky. The truck is running, but there's a lot of options you can do, and just remember, every truck is different as far as what you can and can't do. I will tell you off the bat, I mentioned Davey as soon as I started the video. Really, the only thing Davey will do that I've had to get something like help with, I guess, is uh, doing like injector coating stuff like that's a little different, but a lot of times that's dealer only anyways. So, and for $3,000, that's how much I paid for this, the 2 years, all that good stuff, whole thing. $3,000. Davey is $3,000 as well. Their lifetime's about $3,000, so it's actually Davey's cheaper in the long run, but um, this does tractors, heavy equipment, trucks, trailers. Davey won't touch what this does as far as the capability. Like this has a broad range. Davey's, of course, only pack car stuff because that's what it's made for. So this is the repair. So if you repair something on the after treatment system, this is where you kind of go in and reset it, reset sensors and all that, and kind of let it do its thing and relearn how to do what you're telling it to. I'm gonna show y'all something too. So back to this screen, if you go down here and click on health report, it's gonna take you to like I call it a diagnostic ladder, I guess, but it's actually gonna show if it decides to load. But anyways, it's gonna show. I'll show you in a second. It's gonna show a like a red and green. Kind of looks like a ladder, I guess, but it's gonna tell you which one's got codes. What's good. If it's green, obviously good. Red codes. Um, so here you go. So right here, it's a little ladder. You got different systems. You do smart scan. It's going to go through each module or each little system it can. It's going to pull whatever codes. This is best, especially on like a newer Ford or newer model pickup or car, just because it'll scan the whole thing in about 2 minutes, and they have a lot more modules than these big trucks. I know a couple of our trucks that are newer Fords have 20 plus different systems here. I'm not saying necessarily modules, but different subsystems that they have. So that it can take a while if you go individually into each one and check it. But you want to let this thing do what it wants. This always takes a while. I don't know if it's something that is supposed to take this long. I don't feel like it did when I first got it, but I'm fine with it. I'm not in a rush. If you're in a rush to pull codes, then something's wrong, because you really don't need to rush to do anything. Unless obviously you're getting paid enough, of course. Then you got to rush. But all right, so you can see so far it's been through pretty much all the all the power side of things. It's gone through the HVAC. It looks like, I think blue ABS. Never mind, ABS. So it's going to go through that. There's probably a code on there. Never fails usually. You let it do its thing. Yeah, told you. And then if it hurry up, I'll show you all. I'm glad it threw a code though, because I can kind of show you what it looks like when it does. Oh, and I'm not connected to the internet, so if you hotspot this thing, one, it's a lot faster. My phone is recording right now, so can't really do that. But it's a hell of a lot faster if you use your phone, and especially your phone. But I forgot what I was going to say, but the hotspot does give you a lot better speed on this tablet. But so it's going to show you it's all green, looks good, nothing's wrong. You got one problem with the ABS. Let's see if I can click on it. There we go. Let you read. So you saw them inactive, so it's just different stuff. And then you can go down here and clear them all at once. So like I said, if you have a lot of different subsystems in the newer vehicles, you can clear all the codes at once. It's not gonna, you don't have to go into each individual system and do it. But so far, this scanner has been amazing to me. I haven't had any real issue with it. And then it's just for what I do a little side work here and there for my normal job. So it does help a lot having variety, because right now I'm just doing diesel, so I can do anything from pickup trucks to heavy equipment to ag to industrial, quite a bit of different stuff. So it is nice having it. But so this is the ECM side now. Now we're on the engine side of things, so it's going to be a little more options here. Custom parameters, idle limit. You get to pick the idle limit. It's kind of nothing. Anyways, so this is where you have a good amount of options. I'll let y'all kind of read that for a second. So you got a lot of different stuff. And there's two different ones. There's actuation and repair. A lot of times, like normal scanners have. So your actuation, of course, you're gonna be able to move stuff, actuate solenoids, lights, buzzers, whatever the hell you can. Anyways, um, so what you'll actually do most of the time is if you're having, like, say, a accelerator pedal positions all out of whack, you're actually going to come into the actuate side first, test it, then go to the repair side and do what you need to do. Because if you do vice versa and you try to repair it before you actuate it, you might screw the sensor up even more and end up replacing it anyway. But you can cut out injectors, you can test the system, you can evaluate the coolant pump, injector back leak. And what I like too is, so right now I just clicked on evaluate the injector back leak. It's going to tell you how to do the test. So it actually gives you a description on how to perform the test. That way you're not just kind of throwing yourself out there attempting to do what you think is what you need to do. And then let's go to the repair support. So you can code injectors up here, if you can see that. You actually could not, I don't believe this was an option a couple months ago, but they have updated these a lot. You'll get updates almost weekly, and it's really, really nice. It keeps everything fresh. Like I said, I haven't done it in a while, but you anything I've ever had to do, at least at work, and I've done some pretty decent stuff here, I've never had a problem with this scanner. So I'm gonna turn the truck off and we're gonna go back to my box. And anyways, guys, like I said, this scanner is one of the best scanners I've used. I've had Snap-ons before, not a heavy duty version, but a pickup version, automobile version. Um, I paid $1,000 for it. It was repoed or something. It was cheap. Anyways, paid for it. Didn't work as good as I wanted. It did work good, but not as good as this has for me so far. And like I said, if you're doing dealership work, or of course at a dealership, y'all have y'all's own software. But if you're doing a like mom and pop shop, or what I am, I got a fleet, but the equipment we have, I don't like that much. It's real slow. You got to update it, and the updates take hours on end. These updates, if you're on decent Wi-Fi, they're about 2-3 minutes maybe. Um, and like I said, they happen so frequent. They're tiny updates, so they're never huge updates like Jaw Test or something would have. But if y'all have any questions about this scanner, we have Max, Kenworth, Caterpillar, Komatsu, John Deere, Hitachi, Gale. We have pretty much every machine. I can always test stuff for y'all. If y'all have, like, say, a John Deere excavator that you want to know if it can do a turbo actuator, I can go show you. I can do it on my scanner. That way y'all can see it. And if y'all want to buy your own, y'all can end up buying your own. This is by far the best money I've spent as far as advancing my knowledge and career. Like I said, it's integrated in with Mitchell and All Data and all that. So you can actually go into a subsection and jump straight into All Data, Mitchell, Supreme One, I think. I don't know. Anyways, bunch of different ones. But yeah, that's pretty much the basis overview of it. If y'all want a more like in depth about doing actual test on the truck while it's running, and y'all can kind of see it from the outside, then let me know. I'm just trying to make this a little easier for y'all to understand how good this scanner really is. But if y'all have any questions or anything, just comment down below, subscribe, follow, and yeah, I'm gonna keep doing videos like this, and I hope y'all enjoy them. Thank y'all.